ain't gonna get locked up. Ain't nobody that actually got killed. Actually got shot. He not even surrounding himself with them people. You know what I'm saying? The person who you're talking about here actually got killed. That's why he got locked up. That's why y'all give him the song, right? And this is what's confusing to me. Y'all give him the song. Y'all trying to convince the world that you had something to do with this murder. And then when the world believes you want to go to court and say, "Let me shoot this rapper."
If a rapper where he's confessing to this, they're gonna bring in apparently the shooter is now fully cooperating. Of course he's snitching, he's telling. The person that apparently set up the play, because somebody spotted Mo3 leaving some girl's house.
Welcome to what many consider Alexander Usyk, the former This bout is one of the hottest tickets around. So here we go. Should be a good one.
His own homies. Their rap songs, they testifying against him.
Right. Punch has been his best weapon all fight long.
Because when you look at some of the songs, they are like a little later in this investigation. I think Yella Beezy, for the most part, thought that it was over with. He thought it was done.
So that's right?
Once 3-4 years go by and you don't get convicted,
so much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
Did you see the nerves on the fight stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look at the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in This is where they want to be.
I'm not lying.
Prosecutors also played Conway's recorded interview with Louisville police after he survived the 2002 shooting. Barnes testified investigators later determined the Ford minivan believed to have been used in that attack was registered to an associate of Mo3. The judge has not yet decided whether those rap songs will be admitted as evidence for Conway's capital murder trial gets underway as soon as next month.
I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Hey, what's up, Freddie? Hey, hold on. Hey, wait. You nigga run down. So, they're a little bit happening freestyling about the manner in which Mo3 got shot and killed. So, you know anything about how Mo3 died? Mo3, about the car. So Mo3 was apparently getting like the gun department. Mo3 was trying to get to his gun. So he drove, stopped the car, and tried to hop out.
Despite what the judges scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
So once Mo3 seen who was coming, Mo3 took off.
Yeah.
So they're literally rapping about they're watching Mo3 on tape as Mo3 is getting hunted down.
Here we go, it's round two.
Okay.
Got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you won't hands down.
Nice counter.
You would know that you had something to do with it. You didn't have to say a damn thing. If I'm in the street,
this fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where the
then react from that. I know it's hard to think that way, but the punches, they're watching you, watching every move that they do.
You ain't no shit like that. So, shut the fuck up. You get on the Instagram live. You want to jump on your brain?
Swinging this with the hook.
You're getting on it and you're pulling your phone out. You're clicking the go live button.
And he misses
and you're
with that jab.
About
and they figure out the combination to this sink.
Skill for skill, tap for tap.
And here's
a match made in heaven.
You want your lawyer to come say, "Oh, it's just rap song." Okay, yeah, maybe it's just rap song. What about this snitch? What about these text messages? What about these phone calls?
Big swing and a miss with the hook.
So these dudes were doing this publicly and on live.
Exactly.
And then say,
basically you do the counterattack. You let them get their punch out first, and then you answer in time.
Bro, you guys are
great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Look, dudes will be this happy. Yeah. Dudes will be this happy, like talking about or celebrating somebody's death, and then go to court and they commentate the stand like,
all over the place in this one.
There's a good board set this one. You had those on a demon who was celebrating somebody's death.
As bad as boxing judging can be,
I've been having beef with somebody.
There's the bell to start round 3.
Should be it.
This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you're just doing because you won
once
that hands
somebody
down.
dies and passes away, they feel no pain. It's over. It's literally over.
Right.
And the fact that you're still celebrating that,
You couldn't write a script like
you're
this.
a monster.
This is like Rocky
You'll
versus
celebrate
Apollo.
death on IG Live, and you'll do all of this taunting and celebration, and then you go to court and ask the prize as to why you're being indicted for a murder after you spent the last decade or so, last 6 years or so, celebrating this.
These two were made for each other.
Listen, y'all, only time this is close.
That counter shot landed.
Oh, wow, boy.
He got out of the way of that right hook.
That nigga here, hold on. Just don't.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
You're crazy.
So close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
I'm not. What the
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power. And I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that waits.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like a King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
So they do all of this, right? Let me ask you a question, okay? They do all of this. Go to court
and then say,
go defend and take the stand down and say, oh man, they snitched on me.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to
Like,
go.
if you do this, if you go to this extent to make the police look at you as a possible suspect, I feel like people should get a pass to rattle with you, bro. If you put yourself in this position,
There's the bell to start round 4.
save
That
myself.
last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you won that hands
back
down.
and forth with this person online, on the internet. Everybody know y'all beefing with each other.
You'd like to see more jabs.
Would you ever talk about him dying? Why? Knowing the police going, even if you didn't do that, you wouldn't be the first person to go to jail for something they didn't do.
Tried to score with a
Prison
jab.
for something they didn't do. Why would you ever talk? Why would you ever even mention? Why would you ever even open your mouth?
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two
It makes no
boxers,
sense for me
Johnny?
to keep a
I've
solid
seen some
record.
aggressive fighters like this, and they
An alteration in the room
You
of
are not
snitching in the
fit.
room of the street.
If you are not
Okay,
fit, that is the
already
worst
throw
place to
themselves under
be.
the bus,
Having
and they come
second
to court,
thoughts
and
in
they're
the
only
ring.
at trial, and they're only on trial, and they've only been indicted because they threw themselves under the bus.
Right.
Then why can't I throw
Why
them
can't
under the
I
bus?
get out there?
It's been a very competitive round between these two.
Does that make sense? No,
Perfectly
honestly, for a second.
skill for skill,
Like, how does
tap
that
for
make
tap.
sense?
Now this fight will say, you
can't
know
I
what,
save
Angus,
myself?
that's notch above you.
Yo, it's
so
like, for
I
example,
gotta
right?
respect both of them
And
more than
I think Rollo talked about this. Rollo said, yo, me and the dude that was in the car,
The jab doesn't quite
he
connect.
already came to an agreement when we get pulled over, he's going to take the drugs and the gun. He said the drugs and the gun was his. So when the police came, I
Nice
said the
idea
drugs
with
and
the
the
jab,
gun
but
is
does
his.
not land.
Right.
So if you on IG Live doing everything in your power to let the police know that you're involved, why can't I let the police know that you're involved too? It doesn't make sense. Right? Well, can you imagine this level of celebration and then you go to court
Very
and you
close
sad?
round with 10 seconds to go.
You have been in court, puppy dog eyes, lips puckering, lips is puckering. Why you put? Why are you puckering your lips now? Why are you?
What would you tell this guy?
Who's at this busy?
Right. Are you ain't?
Back into the fray here in round 5. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight.
They doing it in front of the
not until your
bases.
senses
even if the baby don't know what you're saying, it's like everything in this position, in this situation,
no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
And it happens so much. I'm glad I don't really talk about this type of stuff.
It's so hard.
Again, if it's anything that's national news, I react to it. Anything like the drill shit, I ain't reacting to none of them. But it's like, I really don't understand why it's such a common thing for y'all to have something to do with getting a nigga killed. Laughing, joking, thinking it's so funny, and it's just almost like this is some shit you do when 15 and you just want to make niggas laugh, so you just making these corny ass jokes in class. Like you know what I'm saying, being overly disrespectful to teachers and shit like that.
Absolutely shattered. What gets you through?
You know what I mean?
Willpower.
It's like,
calm,
it gets to a point where it's kind of like corny. Because if you was really a street nigga, once you coming on here laughing, in my opinion,
You gotta like what you're seeing.
it's what you do. You a street nigga. You do this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You do this every day. Street shit.
Made in heaven.
So it really shouldn't even. It should be a normal day.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their
Y'all
swords.
got them.
They're
It should be
slinging
a normal everyday street dude life, right? Why you get on Instagram and joking about it? Why you can't get on the phone? If you gonna joke about it, why you can't get on the phone call with your friends and joke about it? Why you can't just keep it quiet and not say nothing at all? Why do you have to let the world know? Why do you have to let the world know you had something to do with it?
Very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
Every time I see yellow things in court, this is unfair. Why are we not getting no more freestyles, man?
You know that
big fighting ain't in the court.
6. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations you've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp.
Hey, man, we in the court at the substance.
Make him fight.
We in the court, yeah, we ain't bitching.
Just until your head clears again, and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That's all I'm asking, man. Now, Yellow Beezy is in court bringing rap historians to break down the intricacy of black art and why they can use black art is unfair, why the black art is being used to control black
sort of be death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. They'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with it? You've got a hold. You've got a hold. They went out of steam.
They try to kiss a very hard kid. They don't do it. I don't know about it. They said I paid $40,000.
Swing and miss that jab.
Stop all that crying, man. Don't do that crying now, man.
Halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still can go either way.
So close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the jury.
You're gangster now. That's why. Why do you think it's always gangster until they get to the point where it's time to be gangster? The most gangster thing you can do is go to jail.
Nobody home with that hook. The perfect counter lands. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not. And there's the bell for round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. With fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is in big trouble here. There's the bell to start round 8. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Only catching air with that hook. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Beautiful counter punch. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Punch. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. What a dominant performance.